Alrighty, here we go. Q&A number 2. Also, before I start, if you have a question that you'd like to see me answer, just leave a comment on this video. Ben Fernandez from Instagram asks, what motivates you to persevere when facing adversity? I think one element of that is just loving what you're doing. So I've made songs that I've poured my soul into and then they just didn't pan out. Like nobody listened to it. Like I may have, on Spotify, I have 150,000 monthly listeners at the moment. Not so long ago, I had 10. I would drop a song and I would hope that there would be some movement, and there would be none. I'd get like an indifferent shrug from the universe. People didn't care. It didn't get where I thought it would go or hoped it would go. But ultimately I just love making music, so it didn't matter. It's just important to love what you do. I guess the question is fundamentally, how do you keep getting back up? How do you keep going? Part of that is it's a matter of motivation. So a big part of my own motivation is I just feel like this is what I'm meant to do. If you're fueled by immense purpose, as if the universe itself is pushing you to do this, and the only thing that can stop you is death, the volume on all that adversity goes down, or those mountains that looked so big don't seem so big anymore. I think it's really important just to get your motivations in check. I also like to frame adversity differently when I approach it. If there's something that's truly challenging, I like to view it as a hand extending out to me, telling me, grow. It's time to become the better you. So yeah, if you're struggling, I would remind yourself why you're doing whatever you're struggling with. Do you know? What is at the end of your quest? What are you striving for? I think the greater the answer to that question, the more likely all that adversity isn't gonna seem so intimidating. It's just gonna be like, bring it on, man. They're all just orcs to slay on your path to Mount Doom. Lord of the Rings reference. You know, I lost my job to COVID. I just got a call and then my salary was cut and I didn't have a job. That happened. And I was excited. I was like, okay. I felt like that was the universe inviting me to enter the arena. When I'm confronted with an issue, immediately in my mind, there isn't like, oh no, time to give up, or this is so hard, or oh man, why can't I do this? It's, what audible can I call? How can I grow to surpass this challenge? What can I learn to get better so that this no longer appears to be a challenge? It's really a mindset, and once you adopt that mindset, I think you become so powerful. When talking to people, a big identifier of that person's not having taken full control of their mind, they give a laundry list of reasons why they can't do what they love or why their life can't be what they'd like it to be. It's crazy how many people are just like ran by I can't-isms or that's not me-isms. For example, a year ago I wouldn't do video. Like, I don't film myself doing videos because I'm not comfortable on camera. Okay. When did you decide that? Because you decided that one day. As a personal exercise, I would look at your own I can't-isms. Like, when do you say, I'm not the type to, I can't do that, that's just not my thing? Like, look at that list, and you'll find in there evidence of your insecurities, of your own prison. If anything, look at that list as a guide to, oh man, I should like run straight ahead at these things so that I could become an even better version of myself. My mom has in the past done this swim from Alcatraz to San Francisco yearly or something like that. And there's this guy who does that swim and he does not have arms or legs. And he does it. So when people try to frame themselves as, I can't do the things I love because X, Y, and Z, there are other reasons. And they aren't the ones you just listed. Your whole list is just like tattooing I'm insecure on your forehead. And anytime you start listing reasons as to why you can't do something, I would aggressively self-assess. Most people don't know themselves very well. Most people don't know in what way they are pulled around by their insecurities. Here's one. So about me. Long ago, you know, I made the album, The Tragedians Decoupage, which a lot of people have enjoyed over the years. It's a very dark hip-hop album. But during that time frame, one of my favorite albums was Justin Timberlake's Future Sex Love Sounds, which is a pop album. And when I made my own music, I would automatically toss out beats that I thought sounded like hit songs. I was insecure about writing a pop song because I felt if I made one, it meant I wasn't an artist. It was just a strange insecurity I had. And it was totally dragging me around. It was preventing me from attacking types of music that I would have loved to attack. And when I did start to write those types of songs, it was incredibly fulfilling. I held myself back. Everybody does that. You probably do that. You're probably thinking of something right now. That's your thing. Get over it. I think it's really important to assess in what ways you're putting obstacles in front of yourself, because that's almost like the only type of obstacle there is. If an external challenge has arisen that you think is insurmountable, the reason you think that is a barrier you put in your own mind. So you perceiving that struggle as insurmountable, that's on you. That's not the actual reality of the insurmountable problem. If you feel that way about a problem, you should deeply self-reflect and think, where is the reservoir of strength that I need to accomplish that thing? It's so powerful the way we can frame our own challenges in life, I feel. When a challenge approaches you, think, in what way is this good? If you step back from the question, which is, how do you approach adversity, you really get more of my life philosophy, which applies to everything, which is, how can I view everything positively? How can I extract from every single moment, good and bad, something that feeds my spirit positively? That's my challenge all the time, every single day. It's as if in every moment we have an option. All right, Ben, so there's the answer to your question. I hope that answer was all right. This one's from Nick. He says, I feel like mortality is a recurring theme for you in your music. Can you talk about what it was like being a young Kai and dealing with your own mortality, or how your perception of mortality has changed over time? So essentially, what do I think about death? All right, so the answer to the second question is on Patreon. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can pay me anything from $7 to above, whatever you'd like, and you get behind the scenes content like extended Q&As, live streams, or unreleased music, stuff like that. So if you'd like to be a part of that, just head over there on my website, or I'll put the link right here or in my bio or wherever. I'd love to see you over there.
Yeah, all right. All I want is you, let all of this go. Call me up, it's you say let's hit the road. I got soda pop and them chips you love. You got the motor mouth,